bringing you the stories and events that matter to you most in your county. Inside DeKalb.
Hello and welcome to Inside DeKalb. I'm Paula Gwen Grant and I'm out here at Peachtree DeKalb Airport, PDK Airport, celebrating Good Neighbor Day. It's an open house. Everybody's here. Where are you? TigerFlightFoundation.org. They are here. Kids in Aviation. They put them together for life skills and a greater future. So many other organizations are here celebrating the joy of aviation. We're watching planes. We want to see you and your family. Hey, families, it's all about home and feeling the together spirit. In fact, DCTV's director, Diamond Lewis, has this story now about how we can all get home now.
For longtime DeKalb County residents, Charles Johnson and his wife, most evenings are spent in this quiet home doing what they love doing most, enjoying time with their family.
We've been married about a year and a half. We have 4 kids. Tamaz, he is 16. Tariq is 13, and my twins, they're 7.
Okay. And how long have you all been in this home?
3 years, 3.5 years.
Determined to serve as a proud example to his children, Johnson has set out on a mission to accomplish the American dream and become a first-time homeowner.
We went from a relocation from where we was at. They was closing down those apartments, so we found this home on the internet, actually, and here we are.
Where they are is in a rental property which doesn't offer the financial stability and growth the Johnsons eagerly seek. That's why a brief advertisement heard on the radio became music to Johnson's ears during his drive home from work one day.
I called the hotline number and they sent me a brochure. And on that brochure it had different locations that you can get in touch with that was dealing with the Get Home Now program. And the closest one to here was the Green Forest Community Development, and I gave them a call. And they've been working with me ever since.
That impromptu call placed the Johnsons on the fast track to closing on their first home, a dream realized thanks to $20 million set aside specifically for residents in search of home ownership here in DeKalb County.
Like I say, one thing about it is just getting the word out. You know, a lot of people are probably apprehensive because of the credit scores and stuff like that, but trust me, there's no problem. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
The Get Home Now program offers enough capital to assist up to 230 DeKalb County families like the Johnsons purchase or renovate a home in DeKalb County.
The Get Home Now program will lead individuals and families and help them afford to buy a home, even if there are some credit challenges. I want to thank Vaughn Irons and APD Solutions for launching this program in DeKalb County on this very first day of National Home Ownership Month.
Home ownership is a good thing. When home prices are lower than they've been in 20 years, home ownership is a good thing. Don't let news reports fool you and have you standing on the sidelines when interest rates are lower than they've ever been in anyone's lifetime. Home ownership is a good thing.
A partnership between APD Solutions, First Guarantee Mortgage Corporation, Home Depot, and a host of community groups, Get Home Now combines new mortgage capital and home renovation products with flexible requirements to stimulate the purchase of affordable vacant homes throughout the county and to rehabilitate distressed homes. It's a formula designed to improve the quality of life here in DeKalb's communities. With minimum credit score requirements as low as 580 for prospective home buyers and as low as 550 for first responders, Get Home Now promises to revitalize communities adversely impacted by the economic downturn.
So you go into your church on Sunday, you go into sorority meeting on Saturday, you go into the restaurant, you say, hold on, Mr. Manager, is anybody in here need a house? Because I got 2 on my street right now. Call Vaughn. He got the money for you, and they got the contractors to do it.
But perhaps it's the additional perks homeownership offers families like the Johnsons that truly demonstrate the successful track record of the Get Home Now program.
For years, my twin daughter's been wanting a dog. So that's the first thing I'm gonna get them, but don't tell them that, you know. But that's the first thing I'm gonna, you know, because when you're renting you got clauses in your contract saying that you can't have pets. So one of the first things I want to do is when I get the keys to the house, I'm gonna get my twin daughters a dog.
For more information on how you can get home now, call 877-484-6669 or log on to www.homebyrequest.com. Diamond Lewis, Inside DeKalb.
Thanks, Diamond. Some tools you can use for home ownership, useful information. Now, please rest assured, CEO Ellis and the DeKalb County Commission are hard at work every day. Let's get a district-by-district report right now at our Commissioner's Corner.
Thank you to Mr. Streeter.
We begin this edition of Commissioner's Corner in District 1, where Commissioner Elaine Boyer leads the way, recognizing an extremely dedicated DeKalb County citizen for the last 72 years.
The board does hereby proclaim June 14th as Kenneth B. Streeter Day and invites all citizens of DeKalb County to reflect upon and honor his service. Proclaimed this 14th day of June, 2011.
All right, let's give him a hand.
Among his many accomplishments and volunteer efforts, Streeter served as a Marine for 4 years and became a regular blood donor in the 1950s, donating more than 15 gallons of blood during his lifetime. Streeter also served 55 years as a poll worker volunteer.
That just shows you the dedication that someone has had to their community, and that's why we would like to honor him today. And I thank Ms. Daniels for bringing it forward. We appreciate all your work that you do, and we just want to thank you, Ken, for doing that, and for your wife for allowing you to do it, getting up those long hours and being there from 7 to 7.
They've said it all for me, but I would encourage you young people, as soon as you're 18, start voting.
For more information on DeKalb County's District 1, call 404-371-2844 or visit www.commissionerboyer.com.
In District 2, Commissioner Jeff Rader joins dozens of others at a special ribbon-cutting ceremony held at Mason Mill Park. The DeKalb County Department of Recreation, Parks, and Cultural Affairs held this event to show off progress and share details about the $2.1 million project. The public got a first-hand look at the completion of Phase 1 of the renovations and got more information on the overall master plan.
This particular park with the playground and the picnic areas was a real priority of the community. Our area in Central DeKalb has, over the past few years, really seen a rebirth of the young children in the area as new families have moved in and are repopulating many of our schools here and are looking for opportunities to have public recreation.
The county's bond referendum, passed by voters in 2006, is funding this project. County officials held several community meetings leading up to the renovations to identify goals for improving the park. Now, Mason Mill Park is fast becoming a focal point of local parks and green space that connect area neighborhoods and people. For more information on this signature park and other events taking place in District 2, call 404-371-2863 or visit www.commissionerrader.com.
District 3 is getting down to business as Commissioner Larry Johnson brings some of our successful entrepreneurs together with area residents. At this recent DeKalb Business Forum held at the Porter Sanford III Performing Arts Center, DeKalb's large and small business leaders shared some of their insights.
Well, this is going to impact this district and also DeKalb because 95% of what we do is small businesses. And so I want to resonate with them to let them know that we're here as the district, as a county, to make sure that we have the proper tools for them to survive.
The theme of this installment of the Business Roundtable, Grow Your Business in Tough Economic Times, helped foster frank but beneficial discussion. The panelists focused on various challenges and growth strategies they have faced and implemented during their own unique path to success. But one common thread among each of them was their refusal to let the economy keep them down.
These type of roundtables are designed to really move us forward in this vein in the midst of our new normal and trying to cope with this new economy.
For more information on boosting your business or other events taking place in District 3, call 404-371-2425 or send email to larryjohnson@DeKalbCountyGA.gov.
This dirt digging in District 4 marks the official groundbreaking ceremony at Wade Walker Park for a new YMCA. Visitors to the 60,000 square foot recreation center will have access to various health, wellness, childcare, sports, and indoor-outdoor aquatic services. The family-oriented facility will help fill an essential community need.
This project is so important to the quality of life for our residents and for the future of DeKalb, because this is a new model for DeKalb in providing services. It ties into making DeKalb County a destination for the entire country. I want people to come here to District 4, to DeKalb County, and see what we have to offer. And I want to make sure that we have something spectacular.
DeKalb CEO and 4 current and a former DeKalb County Commissioner joined Commissioner Barnes Sutton for the groundbreaking celebration. Other elected officials and representatives from the YMCA and the county's Development Authority also attended, along with some very excited DeKalb residents. It's truly a collaborative effort that's been about 6 years in the making. For more information on the Wade Walker Family YMCA and other events taking place in District 4, call 404-371-4907 or visit www.SharonBarnesSutton.com.
District 5 Commissioner Lee May is focusing on future generations. The DeKalb County Youth Commission Leadership Program started a year ago and continues to grow. It helps teens from varied backgrounds and neighborhoods express their voice in their communities. Commissioner May says it's his way of paying it forward.
It's me telling our youth that not only are you our future, but you're our present as well, and you add value right now. We're not just going to relegate you to the future. Typically, when you hear people say the youth are our future, it's typically said by a bunch of old people who want to really push our youth into a corner and say, now you be quiet now, you know, your time will come. And I'm telling them now that your time is now and you add real value to DeKalb County.
Youth Commission participants are exposed to various courses and activities, all with the goal of becoming effective future leaders. DeKalb County High School students from the 10th and 11th grades are encouraged to apply for this annual program. Selection is based on a completed application along with an essay and a referral. For more information on this great youth program and other events taking place in District 5, call 404-371-4745. or visit www.lemaydistrict5, that's the number 5.com.
District 2 is actually located in Super Commission District 6, which means Commissioner Kathy Gannon was also joined by county officials and citizens alike during the celebration of that completion of Phase 1 of the Mason Mill Park renovations.
This was a park that really connects a lot of neighborhoods, and we're very excited because the master plan actually that we're already implementing will be coming forward for approval very soon.
Many area residents and visitors are looking forward to the future park upgrades, such as improved parking, a new dog park, and play areas. This ribbon-cutting ceremony for Phase 1 marks the completion of a new day-use area that has a playground, picnic pavilions, and even a community garden. For more information on Mason Mill's rebirth and other events taking place in Super District 6, call 404-371-4909 or visit www.kathygannon.com.
In Super District 7, a mix of good food and good times may be the perfect recipe for economic success. Commissioner Stan Watson recently attended a food tasting event at Josephine's Restaurant on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard.
We are continuing to open up small businesses in and around DeKalb County to help with our tax digest. I hope tonight at Josephine I get a chance to taste lots of the food, meet some of the great people that are here tonight, meet the owners again and the chef, and see what we can do to continue this great operation.
All of this great fun and entertainment also represents an important part of DeKalb County's strengths: small businesses.
I think that we can grow our economy and provide for jobs in our county if we focus just on, those smaller businesses in those communities. So I've been trying to figure out a way to get to them and see how we can help them to grow their jobs and hopefully grow the economy.
If you have a small business or want to open one, you can learn about the many opportunities in DeKalb County. Be sure to contact Commissioner Watson's office at 404-371-3681. Also, you can send an email to stanwatson@DeKalbCountyGA.gov.
That's what your DeKalb County Commission is working on. If you want to stay up to date, always check our website at DeKalbCountyGA.gov. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone.
What does Mrs. Obama want to do today on Sesame Street?
Well, first, I want to get some exercise, so I'm going to take a walk around Sesame Street.
Oh, well, if Mrs. Obama exercises, Elmo wants to exercise too. Yay, exercise!
If you want your child to have healthy habits, practice healthy habits too, because you're your child's best role model.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Obama.
All right.
For more information on how to encourage healthy habits in your child, visit sesamestreet.org.
What if you lost time? Moments gone and you had no idea what happened to you. For millions of people with epilepsy, this is reality, and I want to help. I'm Amy Lee. Please join me at www.outoftheshadows.com.
Welcome back to Inside DeKalb. I'm Paula Gwen Grant, hanging out at Open House. It's Good Neighbor Day at PDK Airport. It's pretty exciting because families are out here, kids, and our veterans. Did you know that PDK Airport is actually located on what used to be old Camp Gordon? Do you remember that? It was an old Army training base here in DeKalb for World War I. And so that history is something we're very proud of here in DeKalb County, and we're proud of our veterans. In fact, DCTV's Aviva Hoffman has a story now about an opportunity that's special just for our veterans.
Hundreds of men and women who give so much to our country are getting a little something back. This one-stop housing fair in DeKalb County is helping many of our veterans roll out the welcome mat at their very own home.
This is an opportunity for us to partner or to continue a partnership that we're very proud of with the Housing and Urban Development and the Veterans Affairs, DeKalb County working with the City of Atlanta and Fulton County to address the issue of homelessness insofar as it affects our veterans.
And that's the kind of attitude that our federal officials are excited about.
That's called leadership. We've got a lot more we want to do together. We're looking forward to that. And anytime I've got a man with that kind of leadership, I just want to be in the room.
The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's Veterans Affairs Supported Housing Program is having a tremendous impact by helping homeless veterans and their immediate families find and maintain affordable, safe, and permanent housing.
These people have fought for our country, allow us to call ourselves Americans, allow us to have the freedoms that we all cherish, and the idea that we can just house them today is a wonderful opportunity.
Those who have served our nation have given so much, and to come back and to find yourself without a home is just unacceptable.
This is the kind of leadership that we frankly need here in DeKalb County at this particular time when the economy is so tight, resources are stretched, and are wearing thin.
You got 662 for the 1.5.
More than 60 landlords came out to provide leasing information about their properties.
You know, normally you would send a veteran with a voucher out to find a place to live. And this is the innovation is we've brought all the resources together. You have the landlords, you have the caseworkers, you have HUD, you have the public housing authorities, and we have a great county here in DeKalb that's really facilitating this.
I can't speak highly of it enough. It's really a great thing that many people can come in and make contact with so many different vendors complexes and subdivisions and look for the opportunity to get that housing and cut through some of the red tape and some of the time it usually takes to go out and search individually, either by car or even if it's by bus or train. It actually saves a lot of time.
The county shared information with the veterans on the various housing services available to them, including assistance with security deposits and other payments.
I've ran a couple obstacles, but overall it's a great program. And today seems to be like the best thing that happened because they're willing to work with us veterans, and I'm excited.
DeKalb County and the rest of the sponsors are really striving to streamline the whole process.
And it's always been a challenge getting the veterans moved from getting the voucher into housing in the shortest period of time. And we've struggled with that for about 3 years, and this was an idea we had as to how we could pair the landlords and the veterans together in one place so that we could issue the vouchers and the housing leases today and have them scheduled to move in, hopefully within 2 weeks.
This housing fair is just a wonderful opportunity for these veterans to come in, and it's almost like a one-stop shop for them to have the ability to talk to the landlords, get some assistance with their security deposits, to make a seamless process for them to get into housing.
And it doesn't stop there. This program focuses on the whole picture, not just the shelter aspect, but it also addresses the vet's medical, emotional, and psychological needs too.
The case management is a critical component of this process. So they don't just get housed and get left. They have caseworkers that are supporting them on a regular basis.
It's a very comprehensive approach.
It's very exciting to have a president in the White House that understands the importance of serving the needs of veterans, ensuring that they have housing when they return home, and jobs and health care. And this is an important part of that component.
I found a house yesterday. I've been looking for 6 months. And I was looking for help with the security deposit.
These are people who have fought hard, sacrificed much to secure our freedom. And so we owe them a debt of gratitude. At the minimum, we owe them jobs, we owe them good health care, and decent, affordable housing. We shouldn't have one homeless veteran. The Obama administration gets that, and so Hank Johnson gets that, DeKalb County gets that, and we're working together to ensure that we meet that need.
That's why this housing fair is another prime example of how DeKalb County government is teaming up with federal, state, and other local officials to help veterans experience their own home sweet home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aviva. Our veterans are so important, and we appreciate their sacrifice and all that they've done for our country. It is something we do need to work on, though, when we talk about housing solutions. And we pledge here in DeKalb County at the Housing Authority and at the county that we will continue working on housing solutions. We can't rest until every one of us has a home. It's important. Some more news now in our news update.
Time now for a DCTV News Update with Diamond Lewis.
Updating your DeKalb County news. DeKalb County CEO Burrow Ellis was joined by DeKalb public safety officials at a recent press conference held to increase the county's arsenal against those who prey on some of DeKalb's most innocent residents, our children.
I'm honored to be here to receive this significant grant on behalf of the citizens of DeKalb County. I want to thank John Horn, First Assistant United States Attorney, on behalf of Sally Yates, the U.S. Attorney, for nominating DeKalb County for this grant. I want you to know, John, your office's partnership in our quest to protect the safety of our citizens is greatly appreciated.
The nearly $500,000 grant is awarded by the United States Department of Justice via its Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, or COPS funding.
The Child Sexual Predator Program is aimed at reducing and preventing child endangerment. Launched as a new grant initiative in 2008, this program has seen immediate popularity. It's not at all surprising when you consider the nature of crimes that this program addresses.
DeKalb was selected to receive one of just 20 federal grants distributed nationally.
In DeKalb County, public safety is our #1 priority, and we've made great strides in ensuring that our advances in public safety are maintained. However, there's always more work to be done, and we rely on leveraging our relationships at the federal level to ensure that we not only respond to crime, but are proactive in addressing the safety concerns of our citizens as well.
In total, $9.2 million will be awarded to law enforcement agencies across the country, enabling them to increase or maintain the staffing and resources required to help them fight child abuse and exploitation successfully.
We already have something in place in DeKalb County to help combat the issues, but as we all know, the internet's a dangerous place. Children are on it every day, and these predators are on it every day. And through this grant, we are going to be able to focus a little more closely on the issues that go on throughout the internet process.
DeKalb was nominated for the grant by the U.S. Attorney's Office. The funding will be used to purchase equipment and investigative supplies and provide specialized training. In other news, DeKalb children and those seeking a fun day in the park may want to schedule a visit to the newly improved Shoal Creek 2 Park.
This gift to the county, I think, is heartfelt and needed. This is about public-private partnerships, and they're helping to redo our basketball courts and some of the shrubbery around here in our park. And this is what it's all about. They're giving back, and we appreciate it. And we really thank Sprite for doing this and making a difference in our community.
During this recent community cleanup day, DeKalb officials joined representatives from the Coca-Cola Company to celebrate the completion of beautification projects at the park.
We're reopening these basketball courts. I hope everybody will get a chance to look at the refurbished courts. Commissioner Johnson, who you're going to hear from in just a minute, he tells me he used to shoot some hoops. I used to shoot some hoops, okay? He had hoop dreams. I had hoop reality.
Funded by a $10,000 donation from the Sprite Spark Parks project, the beautification at Shoal Creek follows $20,000 donated from that same program to renovate the county's N.H. Scott Park.
The Sprite brand has given donations over $2 million across 150 parks in our nation. And we are a part of the Live Positively program, which Coca-Cola kind of spearheads right now. We believe that fitness, healthy lifestyles are very, very important to not just corporate citizens, but to the neighborhoods such as these.
More than 80 people attended the celebration that marked the completion of newly resurfaced basketball courts and the replacement of new backboards and goals. Shoal Creek Park is located at 3643 Glenwood Road in Decatur. In related news, DeKalb County officially opened its newest recreation center at Exchange Park, located on Columbia Drive. The 31,000 square foot facility boasts activities for residents of all ages.
We are building the foundation for the future, so as we get out of this economic recession, we will rebound in a robust way and have quality services for our citizens.
Funded by the 2006 Park Bond Program, the $6.3 million facility features an indoor walking track, gymnasium, fitness facility, game room, resource center, computer lab, and meeting space.
People look at economic development project, but this is a social development project. This is all about building life skills among our youth, helping our seniors to live longer by decreasing chronic diseases. All these things help build a human capacity.
DeKalb broke ground on this welcome addition to the county's parks and recreation system in May of 2010. The facility holds more than 950 people at one time. Be sure to stay tuned to DCTV Channel 23 for a special report detailing even more information on DeKalb County's growing Parks and Green Space program. And finally, if you're looking for a way to catch more of DCTV's programming or additional video clips captured in and around DeKalb County, be sure to check us out on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is DeKalb County Gov. That's DeKalb County GOV. And that's going to do it for your quick glimpse of headlines taking place in your DeKalb County community. I'm Diamond Lewis. Now, Paula, back to you.
Hey, thanks, Diamond. Hey, if you know of a story we should cover here on DCTV, let us know. Go to the website at DeKalbCountyGA.gov. We'll be right back.
Okay, everyone, we have a lot to cover this morning. Tim should be here any second with the latest budget numbers to take us through the initial schedule for production and...
Ow. This is one way to avoid getting the H1N1 flu virus.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. All right, good morning. Let's get this meeting started.
For some better ways, visit flu.gov.
Anyone have a tissue?
Everybody loves the library, from our seniors to our children. You got to make it a stop on your list. DCTV's Elena Poirier has this story for us now.
Seniors interested in doing volunteer work found lots of nonprofit organizations offering opportunities at this volunteer and information fair.
As the seniors come into the library system, they ask for programs that affect them, are important to them, like fitness, learning, lifelong learning. They're interested in reading, but they're also interested in activities because they're actually seniors who are active in the community.
The library system plans activities for seniors with the help of its Senior Advisory Board. Composed of library staff and seniors from the community, the board was created in 2008 to help the library better serve the need of older patrons.
Talk to other seniors and try to get information as to what they would like to see done, what programs they're interested in, and we take that information, and when we go to our meetings, we discuss that.
The senior board try to encourage seniors to become involved. There are programs from knitting to scrapbooking to the weed, which we think is just for young people, and you know, lots of technology and things. And because you're older doesn't mean that you just need to sit around. Being older really gives you an opportunity to learn new things because you have the time.
But she says it's good just to take a few little brush strokes and see how much paint's coming out and just sort of get used to the paintbrush a little bit before you start your bookmarks.
At the Doraville Library, some of the programs aimed at seniors have been so popular that people have come from all over the county to attend. This program on painting with watercolors got rave reviews as participants shared refreshments, conversation, and creativity.
I think it's great. It's really fun. I'm not an artist or anything like that, but this is a lot of fun.
I come here almost every day to read books. They inform us about other things and what's going on in the community.
Entertaining programs aren't the only lure for seniors at DeKalb County Public Library. Staffers say many enjoy the opportunity to help out the library as volunteers.
We are the first ones here to help with the book sales that we have. We have so many seniors that are part of the Friends of the Doraville Library. When we had a recent book sale a couple of weeks ago, we had maybe 30 volunteers, and many of them were seniors.
Finding opportunities to give back to the community is a major reason patrons said they came to the Senior Volunteer and Information Fair at the Decatur Library. Library Senior Advisory Board member Ondine Walker notes the library is a great place to choose for giving back.
I really wanted to get involved. Being retired, I decided I needed to do something to help my community, and this was one way to do it.
I think it's great to be able to go to the library, somewhere where most seniors enjoy going. You know, we like reading and what have you, and have the opportunity to not only just come, but to have events like this where we can still grow.
A Savvy Senior logo on a library program may indicate that it may be of some interest to seniors. However, Savvy Senior programs are open to everyone, no matter your age. Reporting from Decatur Library, I'm Elena Portier with DCTV.
We'll be back in a moment with more Inside the Cab.
Great things. Find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed.
Welcome back to Inside the Cab. I'm Paula Gwynn Grant, hanging out at Good Neighbor Day at PDK Airport, and we've got our county departments here, including the sanitation department. Hey, I know you put your recyclables in the blue bin, right? And you put it out on the curb. But what happens to the stuff when it's taken out of here? Well, let's go along now with CEO Ellis and Commissioner Kathy Gannon and find out.
DeKalb County CEO Burl Ellis and Commissioner Kathy Gannon are serious about keeping DeKalb County a greener place for its citizens, so much so that they're here today taking a tour of DeKalb County's Central Transfer Station. Let's take a look. DeKalb County CEO Burrow Ellis and Super District 6 Commissioner Kathy Gannon recently toured the Central Transfer Station in Decatur to continue promoting the county's green and sustainable initiatives. They got a first-hand look at one of the many county operations that continues to improve our lives. DeKalb Central Transfer Station serves as a convenient location where all the items collected from the various sanitation routes get loaded into a tractor trailer for the journey to our landfill, or even better, a recycling plant.
And this is where our single stream recycling comes. This is from residents and businesses.
The Central Transfer Station is one of 3 similar facilities in DeKalb County, and this station is the largest. It's a prime example of an operation that saves the county time, money, and resources.
The transfer station, this one holds a capacity of maybe 11,000 tons a day if it was going to work at capacity each day, and it saves those trucks from being on the roads all day long, transporting materials to and from the landfill.
But the landfill won't be an option forever. If we don't take responsibility now, our landfill will be at capacity sooner than it should be.
It's important that we recycle. We are doing a number of sustainability practices here in DeKalb County, and it just makes good economic sense for us to do that now more than ever.
DeKalb has been in the green business longer than most people realize. The county started collecting twice-a-week garbage and once-a-week bulky items back in 1937, and it's continued to add services ever since, like newspaper recycling in 1974, scrap metal collection in 1975, white goods and appliances in 1976, aluminum cans in 1990, and yard debris the following year. In 1993, the county developed locations for residents to pick up free compost. A few more innovative highlights include the collection of commingled recyclable items, which began in 2005, and the making of electricity from landfill gas, which started up in 2006.
DeKalb County has been at the forefront of being green. That's why we can truly claim title to the mantle of being the greenest county in America. We are truly we have a sustainable environment, but we will never rest on our laurels. We continue to move forward.
When you're taking the recyclables out of your house and carrying them to the curb, you feel really good. You've done your part.
It's not only a situation where items are just not being thrown away, they're now going to vendors who will then use those raw materials to make new products.
More than 31,000 DeKalb households have signed up for the convenient residential curbside recycling program. And since its start in 2005, it's already diverted more than 44,000 tons of material away from our landfill.
Recycling curbside is as easy as bringing your recyclables from your home down to the end of the curb. The sanitation division and SP Recycling take care of the rest.
Just think about this. While it takes a banana roughly 3 to 4 weeks to degrade, an aluminum can takes between 200 and 500 years. A plastic jug can take 1,000,000 years, and it's thought that styrofoam and glass do not degrade, ever.
There are no excuses. There's drop sites for things, and there's curbside for other things, and so there's an avenue for anyone that wants to recycle.
There's no reason not to recycle, and I guarantee to anyone who's not currently recycling, once you go that way, you'll never go back.
So make sure you're signed up for DeKalb's convenient curbside recycling program.
The county could be more green by adding more blue.
It's blue bags just like this that'll help make DeKalb County a greener place to live. So sign up today for DeKalb County's convenient curbside recycling. I'm Elena Portier with DCTV.
For more information on how you can tour this very impressive facility, just go to our website. Now, I know you love watching DCTV, but every now and then you must watch some other channels too. Well, this season, did you catch Celebrity Apprentice? If you did, you saw rapper and producer Little John on there, and he played for the charity of his choice. His charity, the United Methodist Children's Home. It's right here in Decatur, DeKalb County. Little John's hard work is really going to pay off in the lives of some young people. DCTV's director, Diamond Lewis, has more on that right now.
He may not have cinched the coveted title as the winner of Celebrity Apprentice Season 4, but what music producer Little John did bring home was $80,000 support, and inspiration for the nearly 2,500 children who annually receive service and assistance from the United Methodist Children's Home in Decatur.
The children are our future, so we have to take care of them. And you have to show children that are in situations where they're disadvantaged that you can get out of that, you can grow up, and you can become a millionaire or a billionaire. You can do whatever you want to do in this world. But it just takes positive role models and people instilling positive values into you, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Fighting his way all the way to the top 4 finalists in the Donald's weekly heated boardroom confrontations, Little John cashed in on this exciting opportunity to give back to the same 140-year-old agency responsible for the growth of his very own family tree.
My mother was a foster mother when I was growing up. Even my sister came through United Methodist Children's Home before when she was a foster kid. Then now my brother and sister, they were adopted. So, you know, I've been around this for forever, you know, and I think you just got to take care of the children.
With that goal in mind, this super producer demonstrated what hard work on Celebrity Apprentice is all about, using one's fame and business savvy to bring the gift of philanthropy to his very own community.
Well, the United Methodist Children's Home supports children and families, and they make up the difference. They fill the gap. They provide a vital service to our community. We could not do all we do without organizations like the United Methodist Children's Home.
$80,000 will help us minister to children and families that are really desperate for some kind of help. The young people that come to us are often from abused or neglected homes. They haven't really had models on which to build their future. And our program here helps them to learn how to do things that are going to help them achieve their goals.
There's no doubt the sweat equity John played during his time working for Donald Trump has reaped a life-changing return on investment, impacting his own life as well as the thousands of children and parents who rely on United Methodist Children's Home as a safe haven from abuse and as a means to keep families together.
It's the intangibles. It's that part that you can't put $80,000 on. It's the hope that's in these kids' eyes. I mean, you can't put a price tag on that.
It's people like Lil John that I can call a hero. Because I don't know what a hero is. I don't believe in Superman, Power Rangers, or nothing. But a hero is somebody who doesn't know people, but will still help them.
Additional fitting tributes to Little John's commitment to community included a surprise gift from his mother.
Congratulations, Little John, Celebrity Apprentice, Final 4.
And the presentation of a proclamation in his honor.
I proclaim this day, May 24th, 2011, as Little John Day right here in DeKalb County.
The most personally rewarding aspect of the day for Little John was the realization his own life has come full circle and that the designation of Little John Day in his hometown of DeKalb County actually occurred on a truly significant day in his life.
It's real ironic that it's today because today my father passed years ago and it's his birthday today. And he never really got to see me become successful like this, so I can't even hardly speak right now. But thank you very much, you know.
For more information on the United Methodist Children's Home in Decatur, visit their websites at www.umchildrenshome.org. Diamond Lewis, Inside DeKalb.
Thanks, Diamond, and thanks to Little John. We appreciate the gift. I can't believe it, but it's actually time for us to go. But no worries. You'll see us out and about all the time. When you do, say hello, because we're always looking for great stories about DeKalb and DeKalb citizens. On behalf of all of us at DCTV, thanks for watching.